Everyone, welcome to our Road to the Show series with our closing pitcher, Strikum Out. We're going to go ahead and take a look here at where we're at. We're going to see that I'm going to play next appearance, and it's going to be about a week's time before we get any game action or any kind of action, and it's actually going to be a training session. We are not going to get into a game here, and it's over a week worth of time. I'm going to show the last pitch here of the training session so that we can see that I got the silver here and picked up a few points for us to put into our attributes, 175 points to be exact, for the silver medal in this training. Can't complete this training. Been stuck on level 4 here for a little bit now trying to do this. We're going to go ahead and look at the calendar again, and we're going to see where we get our opportunity to play. It's been 8 days since he has pitched last, and we're just not getting the chances here to pitch at the AAA level. The team is struggling at this point. We finally have a losing record where we had a winning record coming into this, but now the record is a losing record. And it's going to go ahead again another week, 10 days before he finally gets into a game. So it's like 2 weeks before he actually pitches in a game. I mean, how are you supposed to build up your stats doing stuff like that? This closing pitcher thing was great in AA, but it's been we've been definitely struggling here with in AAA. He will face the batter there, and he gets to strike out, doing what he's supposed to do, as always. We're going to see our next batter here with an 0-1 count. Bob in the ninth, 1 out. He grounds that one to shortstop. Shortstop has to make the throw on the hop, and the runner will be safe at first on the throw. Great effort out there by the shortstop. He just had to go a little bit too far into the hole there, and he has to come up and throw without setting his feet. Great effort, but you can see right there he is safe by a mile. Next batter, 1-2 count, 1 out. The runner on at first. He will sky this one out to center field, left field, I apologize. And left fielder camps underneath and makes the catch. Runner will not advance. So that is 2 outs here in the bottom of the ninth, 3-1 score. And the next batter will pop that one behind the plate. Catcher comes underneath, makes the catch. And that will end the game here for the Sky Sox. Our pitcher, Strikum Out, picks up his 9th save and gets 67 points. And if we're going to get 67 points every 2 weeks, we're not going to be able to build up our attributes at all. See the breakdown there? I guess the 30 points for the save and 19 for the strikeout and for the pop out and the fly out. A couple points there as well. But the line looks decent in 10 innings with a 1.8 ERA. He should have a lot more opportunities to this point. I mean, we've been here for over a month now, and we're just not getting the chances. We almost went a month without playing at all in any kind of game action. We're going to see that he has about 332 points because of that training session that we're going to go ahead here and dump into some of his attributes. You can see the arrows are on the way down. This is a struggle with a closing pitcher. If you got a team that's not winning, I mean, in real life, this wouldn't happen. They would throw the closer in once in a while to give him some game action so he's not sitting there cold and letting his arm go cold. And just to try to keep his effectiveness, they would throw him into even a losing effort. But here in this game, because it's not a save situation and he's a closing pitcher, they just don't bring him in. And for us to increase his overall and to keep his skills up is definitely tough. And that's why those training sessions are super important for us. And they're huge. And that's why you got to get gold so you get the highest amount of points possible. He'll take the 329, dump him in. He actually gets to a 64 overall, even without playing. And we're going to jump ahead here again. And the Orioles make a trade with the Brewers. And we give up Chris Davis for Delming Young and Wei Young Chang. And I guess we needed some starting pitcher or something, a starting pitcher or something like that. We're probably in the hunt with the playoffs at the major league level. And they needed to pick themselves up a starting pitcher. And we just traded a left fielder along with it. And a good one we traded away, too. Here we are again with the pitching command. I didn't even bother showing it to you because it's getting kind of monotonous and boring, I know. But we do finally get some game action again here in September. And I believe this was like the second to last game of the season for us. 0-2 count here with 2 outs. He's going to face this batter. Doesn't even come in and have to close the door on the whole thing. But he's got 2 runners on at the corners. We're going to see the full at-bat here, or most of the at-bat. And he will strike out that batter to end the game here. And he closes the door with the strikeout once again, as he always does. Picks up 50 points for facing one batter, which is nice and economical. 13 strikeouts and 10 in the third innings. His 10th save of the season. And he's going to put some more points in there that he did pick up from that training session. It was a silver as well. And you can see where, like I said, all the attributes and skills are just going down. They're on the downward trend because we just don't get in enough game action to actually do anything about it. But we still get our overall up to a 65 here, and it's still on the way up somehow. So second to the last game of the season now, we get into another game action here where it's the top of the ninth with nobody out. And we got a 1-run lead, a 1 count to this batter. And the batter will drive that one down the line into the left field corner, and he will be on with a double. As Strikum Out gives up a hit to the first batter that he faces here. Puts himself under a little pressure here. 1-2 count against this batter. And he will swing at the fastball that is down and strike out there. Gets a strikeout for the first out here in the top of the ninth. We will see the replay on that. Nice split screen replay. And yeah, he just couldn't catch up to that fastball, and it was too low. He was swinging at something in the dirt practically. And he got fooled there. Full count here, 2 outs. And next batter, fastball on the outside edge there, and he swings through it, and that'll end this game as well. And another strikeout to end the game, and Strikum Out gets player of the game here for his effort. 1 inning pitched, 2 strikeouts, 1 hit given up there, and he does what he's supposed to do, as he always does, and picks up the save for his team here again. We get the shot on the Topps card for player of the game. Gets the player of the game hardware in this one. And we see the replay of that strikeout as he overpowered that batter. We're going to have to figure something out here for him if we're going to make it to the next level here in the majors. We see his stat line once again as we go forward. We're going to go ahead and see the breakdown of his points. 75 points here. He's got 11 saves here with AAA. And we're just going to have to see what happens next for him. I mean, we're at the end of the season here, I believe. We're going to take a look at the calendar right now and see, yep, second to last game of the season. We're going ahead, play next appearance, and we are done with the season. The Sky Fox finished 63 and 81, not good enough to make the postseason. This was a tough run here towards the end of it. Minor league playoffs are about to begin, and the Sky Sox are not part of it. Strikum Out is not on the 40-man roster, so he is not going to get a chance to meet up with the big club here while they are on their way to the end of their season and probably going to be at a playoff appearance. We can see here that we have Jonathan Broxton ahead of us. I threw this in here to show that he is not on the 40-man roster, so he will not be given the chance to show the big club what he can do during their run to, I believe they're going to get the division title. Yep, they win their division, Milwaukee. So they are in the playoffs, but Strikum Out doesn't get the chance to be a part of that. And hopefully Milwaukee can move ahead a little bit and do something decent. I guess they called up all of their big guys, the 40-man roster, and that's why Strikum Out got up there. But the Angels will defeat the Nationals here in the 2015 World Series, and that will end the season. The Brewers did not make it to the World Series. I guess not, but we're going to see what's next for our closing pitcher, Strikum Out. Hopefully he can get himself a decent deal going forward. Maybe get himself to the big club in 2016. That's what we're going to take a look at. I would imagine it would be nice to see if that's possible at all. We can see that the Brewers actually lost in their first round against San Francisco, 3-1, and didn't get very far there. Didn't make it to the NLCS, so maybe next year Strikum Out can help them. We're going to go ahead and advance the offseason. He can go ahead and help them get there, possibly, if they call him up. Brewers are 86 and 77. They've offered us a 1-year contract for $75,000, AAA closer. So we're not going to the big club yet, but they have offered us a contract. But we're going to be a little bit greedy, and we're going to ask for $80K. We're going to ask for a little bit of a raise. We feel like we deserve that. We did a great job. In AAA, we got 11 saves with a 1.59 ERA, 15 strikeouts, and 11 innings. But we did pick up 20-something saves. I think it was 23 for a total of 34 saves over the season. We had a sub-1 ERA in Double-A. And the Brewers will accept our $80,000 one-year contract. This way we can see what's going on. And if we look at this closely, if we pay attention here, there's no Jonathan Broxton on the roster anymore. So we are the next best closing pitcher, actually the best closing pitcher on the roster right now at 19 years old, but we're only in Triple-A. Not sure what's going on with that. We'll have to come back next time to find out. I want to thank you guys for stopping by. Please smash that like button. Please share this with your friends. If you're new, consider subscribing. And if you'd like, head on over to my Patreon page to support Got Next Gaming. Bye now.